The strange pattern in weather today is not simply the planet getting wetter, it's the water in the atmosphere is moving in narrower, faster lanes. Think of the sky as having rivers, not rivers of liquid water, but rivers of vapor. Scientists call them atmospheric rivers. These corridors of moisture, moisture can stretch 2,000 miles across an ocean. When they reach land, they release water suddenly and violently. Floods appear in places that were dry the week before. Meanwhile, a region just a few hundred miles away can remain drought. A warmer planet intensifies this system. Warm air holds more water. For every 1 degree of Celsius of warming, the atmosphere can hold roughly 7% more moisture. That means the rivers in the sky carry more water before they finally release it. Montana and Florida are good examples. They show how different the results can be. Montana sits behind a wall of mountains. When one of these atmospheric rivers arrives from the Pacific, the Rocky Mountains force that moist air upward. As the air rises, it cools. The water condenses and falls out quickly. Often it falls as snow. A single storm can dump enormous amounts of precipitation in a short time. Snowpack builds and bursts. Rivers swell months later when the snow melts. If the corridor misses Montana entirely, the state can sit under a dry air for weeks. Humidity in Montana swings with these events. A winter day might sit around 40 to 50% humidity. When a moisture corridor arrives, humidity can surge towards 80%. The region shifts from crisp and dry to heavy and damp almost overnight. Florida lives under a different system entirely. It sits between two warm water bodies, the Gulf of America and the Atlantic Ocean. Instead of waiting for a long corridor from the Pacific, Florida constantly draws moisture from nearby warm seas. Heat pulls water vapor off the surface of the ocean every day. Winds move that moisture across the peninsula. When sea breezes collide over land, thunderstorms erupt. Humidity rarely drops much in Florida. Winter may sit near 70%. Summer often climbs toward 90%. Rain comes often, but in shorter bursts. Instead of one giant delivery of water, Florida receives many smaller deliveries. Now add warming to both places. In Montana, stronger atmospheric rivers carry more moisture towards the mountains. Snowfalls become heavier when conditions are cold. When temperature rise slightly, these same storms follow as rain instead of snow. That can trigger sudden flooding. In Florida, the baseline humidity rises. The air begins each day already loaded with water. Thunderstorms grow taller and stronger. Hurricanes gain more energy from warmer seas. The result looks confusing on a map. One region floods while another dries, but the physics is simple. The atmosphere is holding more water, and that water is traveling in concentrated lanes across the sky. The sky has always had rivers. We are now watching those rivers grow stronger. Los sabes.